All right. Fret Sisters here. Between Frets, we got all the founders here. You'll notice that Lacole Rose, she's having a little problems with her video, but she's still here with us in audio spirit. So you'll get to hear her. But okay, so look, season 7, we did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
Yay!
We did it. We did it, Adora. We did it.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna go down the list, and yeah, let's talk about who we had in this fabulous season 7. By the way, it's 2023, and yeah, we did it.
Happy New Year, everybody. If we haven't said it.
Yep. Happy New Year. Yep.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 2023, everybody.
Is your year going good, everyone?
So far, yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, so far so good.
It's like what, mid-January? I can't even tell.
I can't keep up.
I'm going to go down the list. We had the fabulous Diamond as our first episode. Then we did a Fret Tea Talk, which got a lot of buzz, called Your Mouth Will Get You Uninvited.
Yeah.
Check that out. Then we had Gabby Rose, and then another Fret Tea Talk, which was a 2-parter, and actually was really cool. And we should try to keep this again, like maybe do a part 3 and 4. But that was couples in music, and that was me and my bae and Shorn and her boo. Yeah, that was fun. Then we had Ruby Golden Tiger.
Yes.
Like, that was incredible right there. We had the 2.0 of Moms in Music Fret Tea Talk with Carly Francis. Then we had Taryn. And then another Fret Tea Talk, but this was our little Christmas song. Yeah. We did This Christmas. And then we had Christina Vane, and then Nita Strauss bonus content, which was hosted by Shorny Shorn Marshall, and we're going to talk about that, which is kind of cool. And and that was it. So let's get into it. Let's start with Diamond.
I just knew I had to get her on. I was hoping we could get her, and I'm glad we got her because she's a dope rock guitarist. And her to be a Black woman, I was so excited to get her on the show.
Yeah, when I interviewed her, she was so like, I was like, with the light went on the video, I was like, oh my God, the light just like, oh, look, she's that pretty in person. But she is a sweetheart, and off behind the scenes, we've been talking a little bit more, and she wanted me to be her mentor. So it's official. Yes, we actually talked this out, and
congrats!
I will be mentoring her because she was starting her new EP, get ready to start her new EP, and she haven't done any performance on stage, anything yet. So I'm very excited to work with a talented guitarist like her, because every time I watch her videos and see her play, and especially the tapping, because my tapping sucks. I was just saying her tapping was so effortless. I call it very effortless because I was like, oh my God, like, how can she do all this? And I can't even do one little tapping on the string yet, but I'm very excited for her new project and everything that we talked about, especially her gear. Since she's like endorsed with Jackson Guitars, she talked about this processor that she used when she does her recording, because she doesn't really have pedals. She's been using that machine to do her recordings and stuff like that. It was kind of very convenient, but I actually enjoyed it. The interview. Interviewing with her and talking to her, and now mentoring her. So this is going to be a big step for me, and it's going to be a big step for her. Her craft definitely needs to be out for the world to see live on stage, not just on a Instagram and all that stuff.
Cool. Well, our next episode was Your Mouth Will Get You Uninvited.
Do we really have anything else to say? Oh, no. Okay, I'm just kidding.
I know. It's pretty much what it was.
I forgot. How do we even come up with that? I mean, that was a good topic. And everyone put their 2 cents in, really had some good views. So I hope people took something from it, positive at least.
Yeah, positive at least. I mean, I think it was just like stuff that we were seeing on social media that it just, at this point, we just had to talk about it just because you see it everywhere. It's like, let's hope it doesn't keep going on. But yeah.
The people that are difficult to deal with, the professionals, will not deal with you. They won't work with you. You'll be fired. They'll have someone else in your seat by dinner. Mm-hmm. That's how it is everywhere. No one wants to deal with somebody that's a problem. Or
yeah, exactly.
Problem, and you can be an amazing musician. That's only 50% of it. The rest is, can we work with you?
Especially in music, this is something that brings people joy, should bring you joy. I don't understand the purpose of being a dick and you're supposed to enjoy what you're doing. So everyone just have a good time. I don't see what's so difficult about that. Just have a good time.
There are people with egos and, I don't even think it's just about money. I think it's status more than even the money. That people want to be on top. Oh, I did this, I did that. Hey, so, the Grammy artists are not going to work with you. The producers will not work with you. Even if you're late, if you're a problem, if you got a big mouth, if you're, difficult to deal with, you have to be quiet because they'll go to someone else and it'll be all over social media and you'll be blackballed through the industry.
But the thing is, on the flip side of that, some people will deal with ego. We can back into another topic, but some people will deal with ego just to say they worked with you. I've seen that as well. Like, hey, they may not be the best person to work with, but on my resume, I work with ... Some people they sweep that under the rug just because they do have that status and that can look good on your resume. You know what I mean?
But does that help you get? It may be on your resume, but will that get you to the next artist that you work for? Because they all talk.
Yeah.
The producers do talk. Oh, don't hire that person. So they, you
Everyone, can. But we personally know people or met people that when you meet them, everything's not that meets the eye, but they still work constantly. So I don't know if they're are a-holes with you or is it with everyone, And it's not just with you because people, like you say, people talk. So I think that I just go back to what I originally said. Just have a good time. If it's about status, you get a good few years of this status. There are people coming behind you, so relax.
Yeah. So that was a really good subject, and yeah, we could keep taking this up for a 2.0.
Definitely.
Our next episode after that was Gabby Rose, and she is a sax player, and I had the pleasure of speaking with her, and I just thought she was pretty amazing. The way that she took her sax, and a lot of her biggest thing was playing like popular riffs off the sax, so popular guitar riffs off her sax, and her look, her style, even down to her music video, I can just tell that she just knew her brand, knew who she was, and how to take her brand in a visual sense and a musical sense. So yeah, she was really cool to talk to. And then we had the couples in music, which all of us participated in, and me and Shorn had our boyfriends, and who are in music too. So yeah, that was really cool. I think we were going to try to do more with them, but I think we should.
Yeah, because they have a lot to say, lecturing on everything, especially when we talked about digital versus analog. I was like, oh my God, they are there preaching. I was sitting in my head, I'm like, it's not going to end.
No, it's not. You get into nerd shit. Yeah.
With them, maybe we can talk on the digital versus analog. They're very knowledgeable in that area. So that'd be a good topic.
Yeah, we should continue. Definitely continue with that.
We should, because when I record, I'm not using an amp. I'm using Neural DSP Quad Cortex.
Oh, that's
and
neat.
do a lot. Yeah, I'm using stems from that. That's where I'm getting my sound. It's just straight guitar.
So yes, that was a part 1 and part 2, because yes, we did go over, and very interesting content. And the next one was our biggest one, which was Ruby Golden Tiger. She was 10 at the time, I think, and I think now she had a birthday. And she is a young bass player who was taught by her dad, just similar to Ellen, when we interviewed Ellen. And I was the host of that one, and I really enjoyed talking with her and her dad, and just seeing the daughter-father relationship was just amazing to see. And it's so great that you have, like, I guess, a musician that would have children, to have them kind of take the same path that they are, and how proud I could tell he was, just so happy, because it wasn't only her, but like he has a younger daughter who plays drums. So yeah, very musical family. But that was really fun. And thank you, Lacole, for getting that interview.
Yeah, I like to spotlight the kids, because these kids, they're like otherworldly, how quickly they catch on. Like you said, she was 10 when she did that. And like, what is it, 3-4 months later, she's already doing more stuff than she did the interview. So it's how quickly they catch on is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Right. And just a FYI, or a disclaimer in there, Lacole Rose is the one. She's the talent. What is it? The talent scout. And she's the one that gets us these interviews. So, yay!
Let me say something about Ruby. She plays a 4-string jazz bass, and she's always dancing. And she's playing, and she's jumping up and down, and she's dancing. I remember posting her too, but she's amazing. She can play anything. In today's generation, they grew up in the computer age, where you can get stuff on YouTube, opposed to, say, older generations. We had to go to books, and we didn't have all of this technology. So that helps them, and especially if your parents are musicians, it definitely helps that you're getting that hands-on at home.
And her dad is turning her on to like the old school stuff. Like today on Instagram, she has a video doing Before I Let Go. Did you guys hear that? You guys got to go on Instagram. She's doing Frankie Beverly and Maze Before I Let Go. I was like, what?
Yes, she killed it. I just saw that video. She actually killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that too. Yeah, she's good. I mean, the older music is, well, we'll talk about that in another topic. It's really just regurgitated now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen, I'm going to use Bruno Mars, for example. And Silk Sonic, that's, to me, it sounds like Earth, Wind & Fire. Anyway.
Yeah.
Basically.
It always comes back around.
That's right. Music is cyclical. It does.
Yep. We had Moms in Music 2.0. Now the 1.0 was me and Shorn it was like the first season, right? I think
it's the first season.
Yeah, all the way back to the first season.
Wow.
I know. That was like
years ago.
Ages, like to 2019. We did a Moms in Music, and so we did a 2.0 with Carly Francis, who is a mom in music, and that actually, really, I'm happy that we got her in here, because she has a whole mom group on Facebook, right?
Oh, really?
Yes. It's now merged to called Guitar Mamas, the Mothership. She does a lot of online. She's like in charge of like the remote part of that group, because they almost the original person that had Guitar Mamas was actually in Canada, so she's also from Canada as well. So they be doing a lot of in-person workshop, gathering, retreats, and now they put Carly in charge of like the remote part, because we have these monthly online Zoom gatherings where we get to meet, we talk, we do a song, have a little jam session with the songbook that she provides every once a month, and then every week she does like the coffee talks live on her Facebook, and Also, she does the With Friends days. Now, on one of those With Friends days, I was one of the guest instructors.
Oh,
I did a tutorial, one riff, 2 songs. So the one is the original riff from one song, and then the song that's out now was sampled, but it was in a different key. So I did 2 songs and then one riff.
Check that out, definitely. If you're a mom in music, and you can join the Facebook group and interact, complain with the moms. Our next episode was Taryn, and Autumn, you took that one.
Yeah.
And that was, I actually liked editing that one because she was playing. She was actually showing some stuff. And I was like, wow, man. It's so cool when like the guests come in and they start playing for our podcast. So yeah.
I usually ask if they have the guitar out there in their studio to just show some, if they're not too shy. And Taryn plays a Telecaster, but other guitars. And she has a lot of guitars that were inexpensive that, you get really cheap, and she mods them. She plays in a band, and her pedals, not a large pedal board, just a few. And she has an eclectic style. She plays blues, rock, pop, metal, anything. And now I was in touch with her like about a week ago, and she got signed on as a theater, what we call an orchestra pit musician for theater. So I was like, right on, yeah. And that's a great gig too, because you're learning. It is. And Taryn's awesome. And Taryn's from the West Coast, I think Seattle, Washington, or Tacoma, Washington. And there's a lot of great musicians over there on the West Coast, especially there,
That's great.
Yeah.
That was really nice to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had our Christmas song that we did. Who suggested it? I think you did, Autumn.
No, I don't think so.
Who did?
I thought you did, Genny Jam.
Me?
Yeah, I think it was you.
I didn't choose that.
No.
I guess I did then.
I can't remember because. Well, anyway, go ahead, Genny Jam.
Well, we did this Christmas, and we each took our little solo sections, right? So yes, check that out. It's on YouTube. Even though Christmas is over, you can still enjoy some beautiful music. So that was really fun to do. And shout out to Angelo Technotic for mixing that in. Shorn also added some and Shorn also added some background vocals, which were killer. All right,
definitely, yeah.
Yes, she does.
And I brought my little tambourine
And the harmony vocals and guitar. You did.
Yeah, I mean, come on, stop it.
And thank you, Genny, for the editing of the videos.
Yay. There goes my wire. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome.
So how did we all record that? That's what you were saying, before we go into Christina. How did you, Genny and Shorny Shorn Marshall, how did you guys record that, your part?
I would love this to be a separate podcast. We could break down but no, we could say it really quickly. I'm using this new app that Angela turned me on to called Studio One. Mm-hmm. I used to use Logic, but he turned me on to Studio One, and it comes like this mic is called Revelator, and it comes with the Studio One free. But I went ahead and I purchased the Pro package. But it is so much easier to record on there, and I don't know, it's the EQing, the mixing, it's a lot easier for me than Logic. So yeah, that's what I used. I think I went direct too, because I was playing my Silver Sky, and my Silver Sky going direct is, I love the tone of it. What about you, Shorn? What did you do?
I actually used my custom Fender Telecaster, my purple Passion, and I put it through an interface, straight in the interface. I actually use Mixcraft DAW, and vocally I also use this MXL 770. Has very great for especially a lot of my high frequency vocals. Is actually very clear, especially when I do my vocals. I do my own mixing for the guitar parts and to get it more clean, because I actually EQ it a lot, and then I adjust the mids and also add a little bit of maybe a little reverb in it, and to get a more a little boost. And yeah, it was completely clean, so I didn't really like use any pedals or anything. But if I do use amplitude as a simulator, or use my head brush board, because I can connect it straight into my computer.
It's great. Yeah, it sounded awesome. For me, I was off the cuff, so I used 2 different guitars, both Fenders. I started with my American Strat 60th anniversary, and then I did it over second part with a Telecaster, and the first part I used a little bit of chorus compression, very little. I don't even think, not too much delay, but reverb. Basically clean. I did not use a guitar pick at all. I just played with my fingers, and I just listened to Genny Jam and Sean's, and then I just played it. I didn't really practice it. So what are they doing? So I'm third, so let me just do something. However, I did have to, as you guys heard, I had to record a rhythm guitar part so that I can use it as a guide. And I mean, we deleted that, but I needed that so I could hear where my progressions were, and the chord voicings that I used. Very kind of started like a little George Benson-y in the chords. And then I just did some R&B kind of licks over that. But the first time I was just using Logic, pretty much clean. And the second time, I was at work and I just recorded it clean guitar, just through the, But usually, if I'm going to do anything with any overdrive, I use Soldano amps, and I use the Quad Cortex Neural DSP as my plugins and my interface and stuff like that.
Boy, we can really do a topic on this because we're so nerdy about it. I would love us to do a topic on this.
Hey, y'all can do y'all's own topic on this. The way y'all were like spewing it out, I'm like, hey, all right, ladies.
We know our shit. And yes, and Autumn, your solo was top notch. Okay.
Thank you.
Like,
yes,
I'm serious. Like, out when we just, I mean, yes, everybody did a great job, but what I loved about it was our build from like Shorn to me, and then to you. You just like finished off the singing.
Well,
and I was like, where's my wine? Where's the fire? Like, that's what it made me feel. Like, me and Angela were like, let's get some wine, man. We heard you.
Well, as you see, I did say that I had it charted to make sure that we were all on the same sheet of music. So that was my chart. It's done through Finale or Music Score. So that's me writing out what the notes are and what the chord progressions are, and just to make sure I'm not doing something that you're not. I had to listen to what you were doing, and I'm like, okay, let me just jam. So I think just me jamming over what you did, and definitely never ever do this. And this is a topic: never overplay or underplay anybody else. So I mean, I wasn't going to tap and riff and distortion. I wasn't going to do all that. I was just like, whatever you guys are doing, it has to be linear. It has to be, okay, this is her solo, and it has to fit. It has to be concise. It can't be, I'm over here and you're, we had to be together as a band. So another topic is play with the band, not to yourself.
Who's writing this down? Nikki, can you write this down? Somebody write it down. Our next one was Christina Vane, and I hosted that one. And she is a folksy kind of blues singer and guitarist. I guess the unique thing about her was that she had the old Delta blues, the old style blues, like Willie Dixon type, Muddy Waters, right?
Yeah.
She had, but the thing was that it sounded fresh. So like if you took Stray Cats, for instance, how they brought that rockabilly sound to like modern day. And that's how I felt like with Christina Vane. She was that type of player. She would bring this old style blues and make it sound so fresh. So yeah, she was really, really cool to talk to. And she just got off tour. So it was nice that she, made some time for us.
I love like blues. Like I say, Stevie Ray Vaughan and BB, I love that. So for have these young people still make blues fresh and keep it, new and tour with it. I love that. So I'm glad she was able to do that after touring and talk with you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So our final one was Nita Strauss. We got some bonus content from a clinic that was attended by Shorn, our own Shorn. And talk about that.
Well, I want to, since it was season 7, I was like going to do something. We want to do something more fresh and something different and something new that we had never done. It's going to on location, on events, and you get to see what we experience from the event. So when I found out on Instagram that she was coming to the George Music Store in North Wales, I was like, oh, it's not far from where I live. So my boyfriend dropped me off there and came. It was like a lot of people showed up. I was like, wow. I was like, that was a big turnout. So I got sat down. Unfortunately, I couldn't record the whole entire event because it was actually part of the rules, but they say if we can do a little bit like snippets and stuff like that for stories or stuff like that. So I've been doing some of that in a sneak tip on certain areas. But what I experienced there for the very first time, actually meeting Nita Strauss, and she tells about her story when she first started touring, when there was like they had to carry their own gear, they had to make their own merch and everything like that. And then she talks about her signature guitar. It was actually another one that she just got another signature guitar. And she also talked about the specs, and she answered a lot of questions. It was very intimate. And I actually enjoyed it, especially with one of the songs that she wrote. She did some performances. She even did a song from Alex Cooper, performed one of the songs, and it was fun. Like, I get to know her story more. I wish I got a chance to be in line and get her a selfie or something like that, or tell her about Fret Sisters and stuff, but we didn't have the time to stay. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Enjoyed that experience. So prepare to get more experience from me when I be out in these streets. So
Shorn in the streets.
Shorny Shorn in the street. Yeah, she has the Ibanez and her signature guitar, one of her guitars, and Sweetwater. They do all of her 5-point repairs and adjustments. So she's endorsed with them as well as Ibanez guitars. And I believe she was playing with Demi Lovato.
Yeah, she actually talked about that. A lot of people asked that question with her. What was the difference between her working with Alice Cooper and working with Demi Lovato? She said that with Demi Lovato, she's the only guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, because she's two other
She's just by herself, yeah.
Yeah, she was the only guitarist, and she actually get to play acoustic. She never played acoustic in her life. So she was happy that when she tried the acoustic, she's like, oh, I'm gonna buy another acoustic this time. So that was like a big difference from that question when someone asked, because it was like every single different guitar parts when she was on stage with Demi Lovato, it was all her.
Right. Demi, and I'm not going to bash Demi because Demi was playing a Gibson. She'll hit a couple of chords, the fifth chords, if they want to call them power chords, whatever. But Demi was the guitar was more of a prop than she was playing it. But Demi's it's more of an effect. And that's my opinion, that really Nita was doing all the guitar work. Mm-hmm. Like 90% of the guitar work was Demi singing. So Demi can't really just rock out, but she was playing some stuff, but she couldn't really sing and play all that stuff. But yeah, Nita's carrying both guitar parts, which is difficult because when you're playing with other bands where it's 2 guitar parts, you split it. Like if any of us are playing together, well, we both pick out, well, what are you going to play? What we put it together. But when it's just you, like you have to combine both guitar parts, which I do when I play with certain bands. I have to combine. If say we're going to do Metallica, and those are 2 guitar players. So what I do when I teach is I combine both guitar parts and fuse them together so that the most dominant parts. But what she's doing is amazing. She's a great guitar player.
Yeah, I was really excited that you were going, Shorn, because I've always loved Nita Strauss. She's like, I call her my girl crush. Like I have like my little girl crushes, and she was my girl crush because I would look up to her as far as her stage presence. I mean, she's a kick-ass guitar player, but she's also her stage presence is like amazing. And so I would always kind of look at her for like, my, kind of like my idol, kind of like on that, like how she's just so natural and the way she performs up on stage. And yeah, she's all showy but she's good, Yeah. It's like, so yeah, so that was really cool.
I didn't notice she never played acoustic before. Like I hear people one or the other, but I've never known someone just never played it before. I've never heard that.
Maybe not professionally. I think that all of us, if guitar players, you have to touch an acoustic guitar. If you didn't start with it, if you picked it up somewhere, maybe it's not on stage, but it's not your dominant guitar, but you have to pick one up. Everyone doesn't pick up a classical guitar, but somewhere along the line, you pick one up. They're 3 different styles, not styles, technique, actually. You have to be able to play, you have to really know how to play all 3 a little bit. At least you have one dominant and the other 2, you have to pick them up.
Well, that wraps up our season 7 wrap up. So yeah, woohoo. Yay! Let's give a round of applause. Yeah, season 7, and we're going into season 8.
Wow!
And I'm really happy, like how when we first started up till now. And I mean, we've had some dope guests from season 1.
Yeah.
On, like even the COVID era. Yeah. We had some really dope guests.
When we went home, we're like, sure.
Everybody's home and it's still a lot is done online. I mean, look at all the podcasts now and the interviews. Everything's online.
Yeah, everything's online. We're going to continue doing our podcast. Season 8, I don't know when we're going to come back.
We usually stop our seasons around fall, like late summer, early fall. So y'all stick with us, listen to the old ones, replay them. They're still there for you.
Yeah. Yep, they're still there, and we do our daily posts. So we might feature you, and those are where we kind of discover a lot of our guests too, right?
Definitely, and we're not, Lacole, that's how we find our guests.
Yeah, we do our daily posts, and we discover, again, you can always DM us if you want to be featured. If you think you want to be a guest, you can DM us. And just because we're not going to be back till fall, we still may drop a Fret Tea Talk in there. We may drop someone during the summer or spring. You never know. So just keep your eyes up.
And it's just not unique to female guitar players, bassists, or just musicians. I've seen some kids dancing. I posted. I mean, amazing dancers or ice skaters, and not just that they're dancing to their music, or women that are actresses or producers. Even I'm looking for stand-up comedians, because this is the art, and it's just not just being a musician, but it's being an artist.
That's like how we got Gabby Rose, because when I emailed a couple of people said, oh no, I don't think I can do it because you feature guitars. I'm like, no, we feature musicians. So I think we need to focus on that more, like saying, hey, if you're a female musician or artist, we would like you. Some people almost turned us down because they thought, oh, I don't play guitar, I play keys. Like, okay, you're a musician. So I think we still focus, guitarists, bassists, and things of that nature. 2 or 3 of our interviews may be, a saxophonist, a trumpeter, a pianist, So don't help out. If you're an artist, you're an artist. You're a female artist. Let's do it.
Right, exactly. It's just not just limited to that. That way we can expand our base of people, of women and children, and drummers, percussionists. And like I said, I'm looking for a stand-up comedian because that's an art too. But anything. And so, yeah, I definitely put that, I add that to, and we all do. I'd like to interview people that do something different. Even.
All right, next, look at Tiffany Haddish. We heard it here. Let me stop. I'm just.
Oh Lord.
Who did you say? Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish.
Hey, listen. If Tiffany wants to be interviewed, and why not?
Hey, that's not limited,
Hey, if Viola Davis wants to be interviewed, why not?
Listen. Hey, you got to think big to get big. Think big to get big.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're expanding.
Well, tune in definitely for season 8 because you never know, man. We've had some amazing guests that we just never realized we would ever get.
And by next season, aren't you all working on your own music? Maybe
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I may have a music or a song we can drop.
Yeah. I'm working on my EP, and I'm hoping that the plan 2022. When the new year came in, I told Angelo, I said, I want to work on my EP. And that was all last year. And then but New Year's Eve, I told him I want to put the album out now. So we're getting all that together, putting it all together. So yeah.
I'm soon. It's been difficult for me because I'm a teacher and then I play in other states. But because I go back to the theater in March. But I want to continue. I'm working with a producer to help me put this EP together because I don't really know. I don't know like Jenny. You know much more than. But it's not as easy.
No, it's not. That's why.
That's why I have to get somebody professional to help me do it. So on Mondays, I go over there and I work in the studio trying to put it together. So between me doing some theater work and teaching, I hope to really get this thing out. I want it out by. By June. Definitely.
How many on your EP? How many songs are you all thinking? Like all three of you for your EP?
Well, I think I'm doing 4, I believe. I'll have to look, but it's it used to be 7. I know EPs are supposed to be 3 little small things, but I eliminated some because they were just kind of sitting there and nothing was being done with them. So I was like, I don't want to worry about them. I have 3 songs that are completely done. One's mixed and the other 2 are getting mixed. So I have, I think a couple more that I just have to go in there and work on it. But yeah, we're looking about 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm only going to be doing 3. I have 2 done, but they have to be worked on. And then I'm going to write another one, but I have 2. And one is called Cross the Miles, which will probably be my, that's the title tune. And the other one's On the Drive. Because I lived on Riverside Drive in New York, and that's a lot of history there. And Across the Miles is a whole nother story, but that's it's going to be a title. I'm not, no vocals. Mine is just strictly instrumental. More on the jazz fusion, R&B-ish. With a dab of blues, because I just play, guitar, just single. I'm doing both guitars and bass. I'm playing the guitar, 2 guitars, bass, and
a harp.
And I'll probably do the keyboard part too.
See, I told you, harps, violins. Karen does it all.
Well, I was going to say, Shorn, she puts out music every 6 months or something a year. So I know she's putting stuff out.
Well, if y'all kind of missed my live, a few weeks ago, I was on live on Instagram. I had a couple new songs I was playing, and I had my followers to help me vote because there was so many choices of who would pick my next upcoming single that I'm planning on release. Okay, I'm gonna say this winner right now since we in this podcast. This is exclusive. We got a winner. Okay, it was kind of hard because they was trying to bring it back to me, and it was hard. But the song winner that my followers chose, I probably think about releasing that next month because it's almost Valentine's and it's still cuffing season. So is Late Night Delight. Will be the upcoming single. I already got just wrapping things up. I'm trying to do a album cover for it, and yeah, so just follow me on my social media when I'm going to release it. I'm probably going to get it done before Valentine's Day because it's kind of appropriate for it.
What kind of vibe is it? Is it a kickback vibe, laid back, or?
It's kind of like, okay, once you hear the song, when I first heard the song, the producer, big shout out for Twist Smith. When he played the track, it was very like Janet Jackson, late, like want to make love type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, okay, Late Night Delight. That one called. It's something that I'm jumping out about. A lot of people don't think that I write songs like this because usually I'm not a fan of it. But you never know how my vibe is creatively. Sometimes I am actually now being spontaneous. So there's a bunch of new songs that I have. I've been other songs I've been mostly doing a lot of producing more. And yeah, one of the songs I'm actually being ratchet and rapping. So
cool, man.
That's nice.
So I am definitely jumping out of the box. So you're gonna hear me busting bars and stuff. So
that's great. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of you. So we have like a sexy rapping vibe. We have a fusion vibe. What's your vibe, Genny?
My vibe, that's kind of a thing. Let's see. Mine is more like kind of progressive rock. I mean, I have one vocal song that I have now. I'm not singing. I actually found a vocalist to, I had lyrics. I had a song that I wrote like way back. That was that had words, lyrics, and music, and so I did an acoustic. For this thing, I'm doing an acoustic version, and so I was looking for a vocalist to sing that, and I found the perfect vocalist. So, yeah, I mean, it's more like funk, rock kind of vibe,
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah, acoustic kind of like. We should have a listening party, if we can find like a device that'll, how like they do that on Zoom and Instagram, you find that device that we can hear the audio really good. We should have like a little listening party.
We could, like, we can do one of these, and whoever's available, you can like play it, and that can be a PT listening party,
Yeah, like a listening party when when your stuff is going to go out, we can have like a little listening party. So
actually, you can do it on Zoom. It's the link that the little button called Original Sound. You got to turn it on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. You can do that. That's
so you
right.
can
I do that at my
Zoom.
job.
Right, here's a little device I use. Like if you want to, this is the iRig Stream, and you can plug your phone into it, and you plug this into your interface into your computer, and it gives the exact sound if you want to use any DAWs stuff like that right here. And so you have it right on your phone, so you can get that studio sound.
All right, cool. This is it. Season 7 wrap up. Season 8 coming around the fall, summer, late summer, fall, 2023.
Right.
Yeah, love y'all.
Love you too. All right, ladies.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.